Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of our reading Lenormand, reading the GT from start to finish in just 7 moves. Morning, Yasna. Today we are looking at the cards behind and in front, and what we're doing is building on the narrative that we have learned so far. The cards that I'm going to give you and the placements that I'm going to tell you, actually, there are 2 of them for each of the cards, and they can be used, both of them, on the same GT. So don't or stop thinking of your cards as cards that can only be read once. We're going to be reading these twice and seeing how that, takes our story a little bit further. The cards ahead and behind tell a big story, no matter what kind of system you are using. We can use the card behind our significator as to see what is driving them in the situation, and the card ahead then showing what their focus is in that specific situation we're looking for around our significators. It can also, and within the same spread, speak of difficulties. What is their major difficulty in the time? That's the card behind the back, versus what they are exuding ahead of them. So exactly how they are reacting in this situation. So a reaction is a good word for the card ahead. I'll put my overhead on. I will say everybody who is joining in the WDA members group, if I've missed your tag, please tag me again. I do have a lot of tags, so the notifications get lost. But what I have seen is a great overview by all of you so far on your spreads, simple but effective overviews. And that's what we're building on today. So you see, I've done the same as yesterday. I'm using the same baseline GT. I have put other cards on. I'm sorry for the shine here. It's because of the Velux window above me. But we've already done this card below, so we're in a good place. We'll do a quick recap. Day 1, we learned that these 2 people are in a solid relationship, that they are in a good position to work together in whatever way that will be. We see that our significator, who is the female in this, is lower down in the spread, performing a supporting role to him. She also has a lot of cards behind her back showing a bit of an uphill battle in the scenario. And then on day 2, we went into the cards above and below, and we found that her thoughts were movable on this situation that we're looking at. So she could be swayed, but obviously we're going to find out in a bit what she can be swayed about, and that she wanted to get something off her chest with the letter card below. So today we're looking at the cards ahead and behind, and we'll take the first step of this card behind her back as being the thing she struggles with most in the time scale. It's nice that it's the key, but it does show that she struggles to find solutions to this situation that we're looking at. Ahead of her, if we're looking at this as her difficulties, ahead of her, it really shows what she's exuding. She is turbulent in her reaction to this situation. Again, the situation, because he is above, is about these difficult decisions that he has to make, that he's really passionate about, with sun beneath. But although she's movable on the subject, she actually adds, with that reaction, turbulence and stress ahead of him, turbulence and stress into the situation by her reaction, which clouds is next to sun, and sun is beneath him. So if he's feeling really passionate about it, heated, think about heated, hitting the clouds, her reaction to him, then naturally he's going to be exuding stress. which is a normal thing to do. And he will be trying to sway her viewpoint on it with the movement of ship being directly in his line of sight, but also above her head. So as you see, because they're so close together, it actually creates the story for you as they merge into one with these placements. The other way we can look at these cards in front of behind is about what's motivating her. And again, you know, trying to find a solution to this situation is actually what's motivating her. But she's actually focusing on the wrong things because we have clouds ahead of her. So it's a warning already to your client. You know, yes, we know that you want to find a solution, but actually your reaction to the situation is going to cause more problems than things that it will solve. So that would be your narrative just from these two cards, front and back. What's motivating him is security, because the house speaks of successful, being successful in everything that you do. So he's really motivated by creating this security. It's a nice nod because you do have anchor above to confirm that for you. But we'll be looking at these cards in tomorrow's lesson. So that's, you know, it's coming from good intentions. However, he has this stress. He is exuding or focusing on the stressful parts of the journey, stressful parts of this situation and how it's developing, or he's focusing on trying to get her to change her mind with this effort of the Birds cards ahead of him. If we look at the other aspect of behind and it being difficult, he's really struggling. Yes, it's motivating him, but he's really struggling to actually find that security that he's looking for. And he's exuding this stress with all these difficult decisions and all this passion. It comes across to her. It comes across as him being highly strung with the birds ahead of him. So I want you to look at the GTs that you laid, look at the card behind as both the motivator and the thing that they struggle with the most. And then the card ahead as how they are reacting in the situation, but also what they are focusing on. Is it a good thing they're focusing on? Obviously not with clouds ahead of her, and obviously not with stress of the birds ahead of him. So if you tag me in your day threes, I will get through them all. I'm trying to look every single day and comment. Again, if I miss your tag, please just tag me again. Facebook is a nightmare for those notifications. So have a lovely Sunday. Take it easy. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock with the next step.